Here you can understand about our lungs functions. Means you are learning breathing and exchange of gases. In this chapter, lungs are very important organs which are situated in the thoracic chamber, which is anatomically an airtight chamber. As you see, our lungs are a pair of organs in our chest. They have a spongy texture and are pinkish gray in color. When we inhale or breathe in, air enters your lungs or our lungs, and oxygen from the air moves from our lungs to our blood. At the same time, carbon dioxide, a waste gas, moves from our blood to the lungs and is exhaled, means breathe out. This process is called gas exchange and is essential to life. In addition to the lungs, our respiratory system includes the trachea, means windpipe, muscles of the chest wall, and diaphragm, blood vessels, and tissues that make breathing and exchange gases possible. Our brain controls our breathing rate, means how fast or how slow we breathe, by sensing our body's need for oxygen and its need to get rid of carbon dioxide. Here you can understand one more important physical process of human body, that is breathing. Then how to define breathing? The process in which air moves in and out of the lungs is known as breathing. This is carried out through various respiratory organs. In other words, breathing is a simple give and take process. This is a continuous process and goes on throughout the life of an organism. The process of taking in oxygen rich air is called inhalation. On the contrary, the process of giving out air, that is rich in carbon dioxide, is known as exhalation. In a day, a person breathes several times. One breath comprises one inhalation and one exhalation. In a minute, the number of times a person breathes is termed as his or her breathing rate. By calculating the breathing rate, we can know the number of times we breathed in a day. However, the breathing rate varies, which is dependent upon a person's activity. It rises when a person is brisk walking, running, or after heavy exercise. Similarly, decreases when a person is calm. The breathing rate of an adult is 15 to 18 times per minute. However, During heavy exercise, breathing rate exceeds 25 times per minute. Here you can understand about breathing and cellular respiration. You might have understand breathing is a physical process and respiration is a biochemical process. In this picture, you can understand very well these two important processes of human body. Breathing involves two stages: inspiration, during which atmosphere air is drawn in, and expiration, by which the alveolar air is released out. The movement of air into and out of the lungs is carried out by creating a pressure gradient between the lungs and the atmosphere. Inspiration can occur if the pressure within the lungs, means intrapulmonary pressure, is less than the atmosphere pressure. That is, there is a negative pressure in the lungs with respect to atmospheric pressure. Similarly, expiration takes place when the intrapulmonary pressure is higher than the atmospheric pressure. So likewise guys, you can understand here about breathing, and when you come across with respiration, it has following steps like pulmonary ventilation, by which atmospheric air is drawn in and CO2 rich alveolar air is released out. Diffusion of gases, means O2 and CO2 across alveolar membrane. Then transport of gases by the blood. Then diffusion of O2 and CO2 between blood and tissues. Then the important step is utilization of O2 by the cells for catabolic reactions and resultant release of CO2 as well as energy that is seen in the picture. Likewise guys, you can understand here after cellular respiration, macromolecules are break into micromolecules and the energy is released, which is stored in ATP molecules, which are called as energy currency of our body.